power have benefited from them, not the people.
Soldiers fired automatic weapons into crowds of civilians, and the casualties were staggering.
After hours of shooting and facing a line of troops, the crowd is still here. They're shouting, "Stop the killing and down with the government."
But the students were opposing now were the very same things we had opposed in our youth.
Troops have been firing indiscriminately, but still, there are thousands of people on the streets who will not move back.
Protests continue to sputter, and there are new reports of skirmishes and violence in the wake of this weekend's massive military assault.
The noise of gunfire rose from all over the center of Peking.
ABC's Todd Carroll is standing by live now in Beijing by phone. Todd, what is the situation there now?
It was unremitting.
The terror in the center of the city and quiet in the north north of the city. To the west of Tiananmen Square, about an hour and a half ago.
On the streets leading down to the main road to Tiananmen Square, furious people stared in disbelief at the glow in the sky.
Further down Tiananmen Square, where thousands of troops are known to be gathered, there are still tanks in formation that have been resupplied
Listening to the sound of shots.
by helicopters coming in and out of the square.
Todd, there are continuing reports of people trying to block the movements of troops and tanks. Is that still going on?
There was confusion and despair.
On the streets as huddles of people gather and talk about the events of the last 36 or 48 hours. They are outraged. On buses, they're still blocking intersections. Just within the last hour, I've seen people hang up posters saying, "Hang Li Hung, the premier," saying, "Heroes, their martyrs will never die," saying, "Smash the fascists."
Todd, a quick question. There are reports that the order for the military action was given by Deng Xiaoping from his hospital bed where he was.
Indeed, it was hard at times to grasp that this army was launching into an unarmed civilian population as if charging into
It may not be true at all that Deng Xiaoping is seriously ill and could be very near death, and that the actual orders may have come from Yang Shangkun. He's the general who called on the troops to come in, and he may be the man who ordered them to fire on the people and not Mr. Deng.
Aimed at smashing China's pro-democracy demonstrations.
the noise of gunfire
This is
rose
Todd
from
Carroll
all over
standing
the
by
city.
live now in Beijing by phone. Todd, what is
Has been no official casualty announcement from the Chinese
Well, now there's a mood of terror in the center of the city and quiet to the north of the city.
Furious people
To the west
stared
of
in
Tiananmen
disbelief at the
Square,
glow
about
in
an
the
hour and a
sky.
half of the
Listening to the
square
sound of
fired
shots.
into the air.
Heading down the road was a
Not
hazardous
anybody
business,
who was trying to
but hundreds of
intimidate
people
people
cheered as
with
buses were set alight and army
Further
trucks
down
caught fire
Tiananmen
too.
Square, where thousands of troops are known to be gathered.